everyone and welcome. I'm Kimberly Hoops and today we're going to be doing some stretches for your lower back. I think most people experience some kind of lower back pain at one point or another, so we'll be doing some delicious openers, create some space in the lower back, and then also we'll be doing some stretches for things that are connected to it. So I'd say 90% of the time my lower back pain comes from tightness in my glutes. The muscles get tight, they press along a nerve and you feel it in your lower back, but it's really from the glutes a lot of the time. So we'll be doing some booty stretches and also a little bit of hamstring and hip flexor work as well. So let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna turn and start on our backs. I wanna encourage you, if you're experiencing a lot of pain, to just keep it really gentle. So don't push it. Just stretch through it, and if your body's telling you to stop, then listen to it. So we'll start here on our backs and just give your knees a big hug. If you're a little less flexible, you can just use your hands and your shins. And breathe. Let your hips grow heavy and try to push them down towards the ground. Here we'll rock back and forth a little bit. Give a nice little massage to your lower back. You can bring the hands to the knees here. So if you're feeling it in your lower back, you want that to be the part that's on the floor. So now with the hands on the knees, let's start to circle. Give a little lower back massage. Make sure you get through all those spots that are a little bit uncomfortable, feeling a little bit icky. And breathe. And let's give our knees a hug again and bring your nose towards your knees. So here, trying to create space around the spine. And one more breath in and out. Good. And we're going to extend one leg long here. Give a scooch back. And bring your knee in towards your chest. So again, depending on your flexibility, you might have it up on your shoulder, it might be here. But this is just to feel the stretch through your hip. And breathe. One more breath. Now let's take this knee and we're going to bring it towards our opposite shoulder. So leaving your hip on the floor, but just point it towards your shoulder and you'll feel the stretch a little differently through the hip, a little bit more through the glute. And breathe. And breathe. Okay, let's switch. Bring both knees in again and extend the other leg this time and hugging this knee in. Breathing deep. Try to pull it a little bit deeper, your knee a little bit closer to your shoulder. You can rotate the ankle if it feels good. Might as well while we're here. Okay, and again, let's bring the knee towards the opposite shoulder. So leaving this hip on the ground, we're just going to point it in that direction. So nice stretch through here. And one more breath. Awesome. Let's hug the knees back in again. And from here, we'll extend the legs straight up. Let's take the back leg first and cross it over. So here we'll bend the other leg, and here you can either be grabbing here on your thigh or on your knee. So whatever feels better. I'm gonna go ahead and just grab my thigh here and keep this foot parallel to the ground. Here we're gonna extend through the hips, so almost like you're trying to push the hips into the floor and push out through this knee. If it helps you, you can place your hand on the knee to push it out a little bit farther. And breathe deep. One more breath. Awesome. Let's go ahead and unravel and we'll switch. So now the front leg is going to cross and we'll bend the other leg and clasp our hands either on the knee here or behind the thigh. And again, pushing your hips into the floor, almost like you're going to arch. You're not going to, but it's the same kind of movement. So pushing the hips down. And here we're stretching the glute. This is a really good glute stretch. So hopefully relieving some of the tension there if that's what's causing your back pain. And breathing deep. You can close your eyes if it feels good. If it's painful, think about, again, listen to your body, but if stretching is not something you enjoy, think about sending those deep breaths to the muscles that are tense and opening up. And let's unravel, extend the legs up again. Now let's take the back leg again and cross it in front, but this time we're going to bend both knees, okay? If you're a little less flexible, you can stay here, hands on the knees or shins, and push out into the hands here. If you're more flexible, you can grab the feet here. So same idea, we're going to push our hips down, and this time this is an active stretch. So we're going to push into our hands with the feet. So our shoulders are back and down, and we're pushing and kicking into my hands here. This is one of my favorite stretches for your glutes. It's a really deep stretch, and a lot of times it helps me a lot with the pain because it's also the active stretch. Breathing deep. One more breath. And slowly release. And unravel. Now we'll take the opposite side. Front leg crosses over. And again, reaching for the knees or the shins, or if you can reach the feet. Pushing down through the hips and kicking your hands or pushing your knees or shins into your hands. Breathing deep. Good. And release. Ooh, felt that one. Good. We'll hug the knees in again and rock side to side. Another little massage. Now let's cross the back leg over the front again. This time we're just going to go for a supine twist. Don't crank this, make this super gentle. Try to keep your shoulder on the floor and let the feet fall to the side. Okay, but again, we're not cranking it, we're just going to get a little twist. You can stay looking up or look towards the opposite side. And push into the feet to bring it back, and let's switch to the other side. So letting the knees fall to the side and trying to keep your shoulder down, and looking to the opposite side. You might find that you're more flexible on one side than the other, and that's totally normal. This side is less flexible for me, for sure. One more breath. And come back to center. This time, we'll take the feet wide and grab the outside of the feet for happy baby, and just rock back and forth. Again, you can think to push into your lower back if you can, and get a good massage in the lower back. All right, now for our final movement on our backs. I'm just gonna scoot forward so you can see. And if your back is really, really sore or it's really hurting you, I would say just stay here, give an extra hug, maybe some extra circles here. Just do something gentle. If you want some more time in the twist, then go for that. If you just are really trying to get a stretch, let's go take the plow pose. So we're gonna kick the legs up and over and support ourselves here on the back. And breathe. Two more breaths here. Now there's a spot that's kind of in between. This is a lot of upper back here, but there's a spot as you come down. It's like right here that I feel the stretch a lot in my lower back. So if you want to try to continue supporting yourself and find that spot, then go ahead. And let's continue to roll down. Slowly. One vertebrae at a time. And back to our backs. So again, if you're hurting a lot, just roll to your side and use your hands to help you get up to seated. If it feels good, then we're just gonna rock back and forth. Let's get a spine long massage. And come up. So again, we're back to seated. And this is really for your whole back, this stretch right here. But again, you can always push through the part that you would like this to stretch more. So we'll round down, your feet are flat on the floor, and we'll round down, arms to the inside of the knees and head here. So if I were stretching my upper back, I might push through here, but I want to feel it here. So I'm going to push out through my lower back. And breathe. Let's just warm up the spine a little bit and take a few waves here. So we'll come down, breathe out, and in. Straighten. Breathe out, and in. To straighten. One more, breathing out, and in, straighten. Awesome. Let's come to cross-legged position, and we'll just go for a twist here. So you'll take your hand to the opposite knee and bring your back hand over and around, and we're going to twist up as you breathe in. So lengthen the spine, and then breathe out and twist a little deeper. Again, keep it gentle, don't crank a lot here. Breathing in to lengthen, and out to twist. In to lengthen, and out to twist. One more, in to lengthen, and out to twist. And we'll take it straight to the other side. So you're reaching again for your opposite knee, arm comes around, and straightening the spine. We breathe in, and twist, breathe out. Again, gently in to lengthen the spine, out to twist. One more time, grow tall, and twist. Awesome. And we'll come back to center. Now let's take one foot in front. Doesn't matter whichever you like to do first. And for some more hip stretches here, we're gonna walk our arms down. And if you can just get to here and it feels really intense, then stay there. It's not about how low you go, it's about getting the stretch. So if you're here, that's totally fine. If you're a little bit more open in the hips, then you can come down to your forearms or bring your head down. What you want to try to do though is reach back with the hips and grow heavy through the hips so you really get a nice opening through the hip of the leg that's in front. And let's breathe here. And push into your hands. Let's walk it up. And we'll switch. Same thing on the other side. You can walk your hands down slowly, grow heavy through the hips, maybe come to the forearms, maybe not. Wherever you are is fine, just as long as you're getting that stretch. Breathing in deep and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in, send some air to the muscle that you feel is tight, is pulling, and out. And coming back up. Here we'll come back to crossed, and we're just going to reach down to the side and stretch over. So again, keeping your hips, both hips are on the floor. You might be down here, you might be up, that's fine. We'll just reach over, you're getting a nice side body stretch, but it's stretching through this hip as well, which is super important. Try to keep the heart open. You can gaze out towards the ceiling, if that helps you. And one more breath. Oh, it feels amazing. And stretching to the other side. So here you can come to the hand or drop down to the elbow. Going heavy through this hip this time and opening, gazing up towards the ceiling, opening through your heart center. And breathe in and out. In and out. And in. And out. And let's just take a big stretch because it feels good. Amazing. Okay, from here we're just going to take a little wave through the spine. Okay, so we'll just come down, and how you have the feet is up to you. So if you'd rather have them here, that's more comfortable. Cross is more comfortable. That's up to you. So here we'll wave down and up and down and up. So exhale down, inhale up. Exhale down and inhale up. Awesome. Let's extend one leg to the side and one leg will come in. We're going to turn our hips to face the extended leg here. So squaring the hips off, and we're just going to walk our arms down, again, depending on your flexibility. You really want to think about drawing back through this hip. It's not about how far you go down, it's just about getting a good stretch. So draw back through this hip and bring your chest over the leg. And we're going to do the same idea here. So as you breathe in, extend the spine. As you breathe out, try to bring yourself a little bit lower. So breathe in and breathe out a little bit lower. About bringing your head towards your foot, towards your toes. In and out. Breathing in and out. One more breath here, in and out. And walking it back up. Let's switch to the other side. So extending one leg, the other leg is in. Square off our hips to face the extended leg and walk our arms down. And again, extending the spine and then trying to reach a little bit lower. Breathe in, extend. And lower. One more breath. And walking hands back up. Okay, now we're going to come to all fours. So tabletop position here. When you're pushing through your hands, make sure you're pushing through the fingers as well. Protect your wrists. We're just going to take here a simple cat-cow. And again, if you're feeling really uncomfortable in your lower back, maybe keep it gentle when you take the cow position here, when you're arching, really gentle. Okay, so let's breathe in and contract, breathe out. Breathing in and out. In and out. One more, breathing in and breathing out. Okay, so here we're gonna get a little bit funky, and instead of just this motion, let's go ahead and circle it out. So we'll go to one side and then the other. You can come back if it feels good to come all the way back, then go ahead and do that. So just work into all those muscles. One more this side. And the opposite direction. So round. It's like a drunken cat-cow. Okay, here back to all fours. And this time, we're just going to wag our tail slowly. So we'll bring the hip to the front and then gaze back. Try to check out the booty. And opposite side. One more time. Okay. And other side. Awesome. Okay, here let's just take a little child's pose. We'll do a wide-legged one this one. Unless you really want to do with your knees together, then go for it. Here, reaching out, and head is down, forehead on the floor, the mat. And reach back with your hips. Breathing deep. Really push back through the hips here. Try to let them push that direction. And then you should be able to feel it in the lower back. Great, let's walk our hands to the front, to the side. And this time, so I'm reaching to my left. I'm going to grow heavy through my right hip here. And back to center, then to the opposite side. So growing heavy through this hip this time. We're reaching to the opposite side. Okay, and back to center, and let's go ahead and walk the hands back. Here we're just going to tuck the toes under and come to a forward fold. So here you can keep the knees bent because we're right now thinking more about stretching our lower back. If it's comfortable to straighten them, then go ahead. Here we're just going to hang. You can grab the elbows, let the head hang heavy. Sway back and forth a little bit. Nod the head, yes. And shake the head no. Awesome. Now let's come to a wide-legged position here. And we're going to bend one leg and then reach our hands towards the opposite leg. Okay? You should feel a nice stretch in the hip here. And breathing in and out. And in and out. One more breath in and out. And take it through center. Now towards the other side. So we'll bend this leg and reaching toward the opposite leg. Breathing in and out. In and out. Breathe in. Out. Finally send some air to anywhere you feel tightness. In and out. Awesome. Let's come back to the center and grab your elbows again, and we'll take a sway, little swing in this wide-legged position as well. Really let your head grow heavy as you swing, and so you can let all the tension go because everything's connected. You might be feeling it in your lower back, but there can be other places affected as well. So let all the tension go. Awesome. Let's go ahead and plant the hands, and then we're just going to take it back to one final child's pose. This time let's take the knees together and just fold over, hands behind you, and relax into it. Take some deep breaths together here. In and out. Breathing in and out. Breathe in and out. One more time, in and out. You can feel free to stay there as long as you like. If you're coming up with me, then go ahead and plant your hands and you can come back to seated. But I encourage you to take that child's pose as long as you need. Any of the additional stretches that felt really good and you felt like that's what you needed at the time, that's what made you feel a little bit more open, or maybe just created some space for you, make a note of those, use those later, because a lot of times we get pain for the same reason. So maybe it's the same exercises that might help us. Not to say not to try new ones always. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know, comment below, feel free to share, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.